Hello everybody, how's it going? This has been a popular question that I've been getting of what's more important when it comes to a fragrance, the actual smell or the longevity. And for me, it's such an easy answer. The answer to me is the smell. Like, I would rather rock something that I truly do love that might only last 4 to 6 hours over something that's mediocre smelling but goes over 12 hours on my skin, right? Because I want to enjoy it. And if it's for a shorter span of time, that's totally fine with me. Now, both play a significant role in whether or not you want to get something, because I think the more you go into niche territory and you realize, hey, I'm going to be spending upwards of $200 on these fragrances, and if this only lasts on me for 4 hours, I don't think it's worth it, right? So that I completely understand. But I still think even with that perspective, the actual smell of the fragrance is still more important, right? Because if you're smelling a niche scent that you really, really do love, and then the longevity can kind of make it kind of put you off with the fragrance, you're still contemplating because you're like, oh, but the scent is so good, right? You're not going to go wild over a niche scent that you think is okay, but you're like, oh, well, shit, at least I get 10 hours, so I'm going to buy this. You know what I mean? It just doesn't justify it enough. Whereas if a smell is really good and you're drawn to it, it can justify whether or not you want the bottle. So for me, what I have come to find out about having long-lasting fragrances and how I can get weaker ones to perform better is using Molecula One. To me, that has been absolute gold ever since I've used it. And the way that I've tested it was with a fragrance called Pacific Rock Moss by Goldfield and Banks. And that thing only lasted 2 to 3 hours on my skin. And it was very weak in projection. It just wasn't really doing it. But when I sprayed Molecula One on top of that fragrance, it lasted on my skin over 7 hours. Now, I'm not saying it turned the fragrance into a beast. Like, it was not projecting, it wasn't loud, but it was definitely much more noticeable. And the whole entire day, I could still smell the fragrance. So thankfully for me though, with a lot of the fresh scents that most people don't find to be justified because it doesn't perform well on them, for example, Elysium, Silver Mountain Water, and Oud Wood, those go off my skin, or they last on my skin past 7 hours, not clothes, on skin. So I'm very grateful for that. But I mean, I still stand by what I said in the beginning of this video, that having a fragrance that smells amazing to you totally beats out just longevity. You know what I mean? Anyways, you let me know what you think in the comments. I'm sure people are going to say, well, both matter. And I agree. But if you had to pick one, if you can only pick one, the smell or longevity, which one would you choose? All right. Anyways, I hope you have a great day, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.